Ready to party. Yay! All right. Welcome, everybody. We are live. It's Monday. I'm Marina Blackford, and I'm still journaling over here. I'm Marina Blackford. I'm a two-time breast cancer survivor and a mom to toddlers, ex-marathon runner, and I'm here to pay forward all the tips for you cancer fighters, survivors, and anybody that is overcoming something hard in their life. So, welcome. Adjust my camera a little. Great. I'll give people some time to hop on, but just a little bit about myself. If you're new to the live, if you're new to my channel, um, I post weekly videos, and the weekly videos are all geared towards helping you guys. So, hi, Miss Jones. Welcome. Yay. First comment on. I post weekly videos. So, I vlog once a month. Usually, I have 2 lives a month because that's an important part of the channel now is building this community where we can share our praises and questions and support for each other. Aisha, hi from Paris. Bonjour. Bonjour. New subscriber, Miss Jones. Welcome. I'm just going through my spiel. Yeah, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because you'll be a part of the lives if you want to join. I do 2 a month. I vlog at least once a month, and I post a video once a month that's geared towards a topic to help cancer fighters and survivors. My experience being that I've had breast cancer twice, and each time I did chemotherapy, and I've done radiation, and I've done multiple surgeries, including a double mastectomy, breast staph infection, reconstruction, lumpectomy, and lumpectomy after double mastectomy. So I've done all the breast surgeries. I've had 2 ports. I've had a PICC line in my arm. I've had a central line. I've had a fanny pack with IV pumping 24/7. Like, you guys wouldn't know that by looking at me if you're watching the video. Hi, guys. Keep commenting. Welcome. And that's the thing about this journey is you guys that are on it are experiencing it now, right? I'm gonna turn up this light a little. You're experiencing it now, like going out and about and living your life. Unless you have the no hair and a head wrap, I've been there. Like, people don't know what you're going through and they don't know what you've been through. And so I'm here to validate what you've been through because it's important for you and it's important for me. And I'm here to support, and everyone else is here to support. So, welcome to the live. There we go. All right, let's go to some of the comments. So, I always have a theme for my live, and I was trying to focus down my theme to 2 main things. And I have 2 main things today, and then like a little practice that we'll do today at the end, right? Like where you can write and you can implement some steps right now that are going to help you feel better by the end of the live. Okay, so I'm writing down my theme so I don't forget. All right, let's go to the comments for a little bit because I'm welcoming you guys with your questions. If I don't get to all your questions or comments here, you can find me on Instagram at Marina Blackford or azmarinastrong, and you can comment back in the repost of this live. All right, so good morning. Good morning to some people. Hello, everybody. We have Jenny. We have Waquini. Or yes, and then Yana says, my breast cancer is metastatic and I'm 24, so stage 4 and scared to death. Any advice? Wow. Yeah. Yes, Yana. My advice is probably some stuff you've heard, but here's my personal advice. Number 1 is to make sure you have found a cancer team that you trust and you have a good rapport with, right? You're going to have a long journey with your oncologist. And I think it's very important to find one that you feel is listening to you, but at the same time is doing their job. And I want to make both of those points because sometimes as patients, we can get a little frustrated with our doctors. And I want to remind you guys, because I'm a health professional, right? I'm a dental hygienist, but you have to, it should be a gut feeling of like, they're recommending this treatment and they're explaining why I need it and it makes sense. What you might not get from your provider is like, I'm so sorry. I know this is so hard. Like, some of them might be that way, but some of them might not be that way. And I feel like that's okay as long as you trust that they're guiding you with your treatment. And I just say that because these doctors have tons of patience, guys. And it's hard for us sometimes to feel like, we're their only one, because we're not. And imagine being in there and, having to tell people all day long they have cancer. Like, I can't imagine that, honestly. So just, make sure you found a team that feels like they're doing the best for your treatment. And if it's, and if their chair side is pretty good, that's great. Just keep that in mind. So I think that's number one. I mean, you're going to have a long journey of making sure you're doing treatments and managing symptoms and trying different things, Yana. I hope that you have found that. And then the peace and all the other things that come with the mental health of being diagnosed with cancer, it's a daily thing. It's even a moment to moment thing. So I'll talk about some things today that might help you, but just know that our prayers are with you. And I hope that you find some healing and are pain free. Letitia, hi. Jackeen, hello, welcome. She's from Cincinnati. Was talking about writing some poetry on the last live for healing. I love that. Aisha, Paris, I just started Taxol and I'm exhausted. I think I will not be able to continue. Please give me some tips. It is exhausting. Chemo is exhausting. And the thing about chemo and then even Taxol is sometimes it's not exhausting at first. I think at first it's more of how our body feels. Like for me, it was more like my gut, I just felt bloated. I felt nauseous. I felt kind of groggy in my head, but I didn't realize the exhaustion that would come over time. And that's what happens with chemo and radiation is it's very fatiguing because it's something you have to do for a duration. I did 16 chemo my first time and 15 my second time. And what happened for me, Aisha, is the second time, since they're monitoring your labs before you start chemo each time, you can kind of see that iron or that hemoglobin drop, along with your immune system, right? Your white blood cells and your neutrophils kind of drop. So they should be monitoring your labs well. If they need to give your immune system a boost, they should be giving you an injection like Neulasta or something like that to help boost your immune system. If it's your hemoglobin that's causing you to be so fatigued, they might need to pause your chemo. This is a thing. And you might need to ask them like, hey, I am just exhausted. Is there a way we can just pause a week or two? Within reason, right? You can't pause it for months. You need your treatment to work. But mine was paused for a week against my will, okay, because my labs were so low. And to be honest, I have such a fighter mentality, I went into both of these as a runner, right? A marathon runner. I'm like, I just want to get this done. But they're like, we need to pause. We need to give your body a break. We're going to give you an injection and let your, numbers come up. And that was frustrating for me at first. But then I realized how nice the break was. And so you're probably there. You might need to pause for a week and get an injection to boost your immune system. So ask about that. And if it's your hemoglobin that's very low, you might need a blood transfusion. I also needed that the second time I had breast cancer. My hemoglobin was so low, my iron was so low that they literally stopped my chemo when I thought I was getting my last chemo infusion and said, we have to do a blood transfusion a day. And I had to get 2 blood transfusions. And again, I had to shift my mindset, and it was very hard to do when you're there to be like, I was there to celebrate my last chemo. And I'm like, there's no way I need a blood transfusion. This is crazy. But in the end, it's what I needed. And that's what a lot of what this journey is leaning into the process. If you've chosen traditional medicine traditional Western medicine to beat your cancer, sometimes you have to tweak, listen to your body, communicate, and then lean in, a little to change. I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm going to keep going. Yes, I had AC before. Yes, you typically might start with that, but they're doing different things all the time now. They used to do surgery, surgery, then chemo. Then now I see them doing surgery or doing chemo, then surgery. That's what I had. They flip-flop it all the time, sometimes due to your personal cancer and your treatment, including chemos. Edie, hi, I always wanted to ask you, did chemo ruin your blood vessels? If so, does it heal my current symptoms of chemo? What does that feel like to you, Edie? Ruin your blood vessels? I've had IVs ruin my blood vessels. So having an IV in my arm and having vancomycin and a very strong antibiotic pumped in my arm, it damages your veins, right? So it's really painful. They have to remove that IV and then find another vein. And so I've had that happen. I had a port each time, and I think that's supposed to lower the odds of chemo ruining your blood vessels as well. So there's that. So maybe you can elaborate on that. But I don't think I had it ruin my blood vessels. I mean, it could have, right? I felt more winded. I felt so much more tired for quite a while during and after chemo that it could have been that was a factor. Estella says, "Hola from Texas. Hello, hola." Joaquini says, Miss Marina, been there, done that. Hi from Switzerland. Welcome. Thank you for hopping on for the live today. What a beautiful thing, guys. I created this channel in 2020, March of 2020. Who knew we would all go through? Because that was my 5-year mark of being diagnosed with cancer. And I felt a need to give back. I felt a need that there was things I did that could help other people. And I started the channel, and then I would get diagnosed again with breast cancer, and then I would record more videos. And here we are. We're doing lives. Thank you. Miss Jones, I'm so scared of starting chemo and radiation. I want to validate you right now, Miss Jones, because a lot of people have said this comment somewhere on my channel, on one of my videos. That's I don't know how to say it any better than that's absolutely true, right? It's what you're feeling, and it's where a lot of us have been. So my point to that is absolutely you're scared because you've never done it before. Like, I'm a mom to toddlers right now, right? I have a 5 and 2.5-year old, and my 5-year-old's going through the stage of being like nervous about everything. It's kind of his personality, to be honest. But he hasn't done it before. Just like we haven't done chemo and radiation before. He's never done, this, that, or the other, right? It's like a whole new world to them. And now as an adult, having to experience those feelings again that we probably haven't had to experience in a while, right? We've worked, we've, maybe raised families, we've driven a car, and now at whatever age you are, you've been told you have to do something as scary as chemo and radiation. So I just want to validate that I felt that. I was there too. I mean, starting chemo. I think with chemo, and this is just me, I felt kind of embarrassed, but it's how I felt because when they said you'll lose your hair, that's the moment that triggered it for me. Like I started to cry in my consultation, and I felt so vain. I said, "Oh my God, I feel so vain. It's just hair, right? Why is this making me cry?" And they say, "Well, no, I mean, going through your journey is an inward thing, but losing your hair is an outward thing, and that's a hard thing to accept for a lot of us." So all I can say is I feel you. I'm getting tears in my eyes talking about it. But I'm here to tell you that there is hope. So I have 2 points to today's video, and that's my point number 1. And I'll just chat about it a little bit now, Miss Jones, and anybody that needs to hear this. But on our journey, here's the whole reason, the whole center of this channel was I wanted you guys to see that I have beat breast cancer twice. I've done lots of chemo and radiation and surgeries. And I wanted you to see that it's possible, that life during and after is possible. And so what I'm trying to do is give you hope. And I think that's number 1. And that's, my one of my topics of today is I was at church yesterday. I'll just say, right? I was at church, and I don't talk a lot about religion or God on this channel, but I have faith. And the point is, if you need a miracle to happen, you need a couple of things, right? Number 1, you need a problem, unfortunately, right? And life will have plenty of that. But number 2, you need to have faith that even with a little, even with all the scariness, that where you're at, even in this moment, knowing that you have cancer, Miss Jones, or anybody, that they've been giving you a treatment plan that could cure you, that even as scary as that is that little bit of hope that you need. That's all you needed, was some hope and faith. And so I would say hold on to that. I would say know that healing is possible, because I'm here to tell you it is. It happened for me, and I believe it can happen for all of you. If you followed my channel for a while, I shared this year that I lost a friend to stage 4 breast cancer, beautiful soul, younger than me, had been fighting for years. And I don't know anybody that lived life better than her. And she'll be my second point for today, is what she did. But anyway, so Miss Jones, just to reply to you, I feel you. And I just hope that you keep some hope and faith that that is possible to heal. I think it's so important for us to envision that healing is possible. We must envision it, pray on it, feel it, in our body and our mind. Okay. Continue. Yeah, Queen. Yana, I see and hear you. I found a good place to be. Thank you for validating each other in the comments, guys. It means so much that you guys can support each other here. Carissa's sending love, and everybody just in the comments supporting each other. While Queen saying Miss Jones is understandable being anxious at this time. Amy A. And so remember also, people that are here commenting might be a step ahead of you guys, might be there with you, but being a step ahead of you again is giving you that hope and faith that you need, that healing's possible. And nobody's saying it's going to be easy, but it's possible. And possible means like, sometimes we got to get through the mud, to get to the other side. So prayers for you. Charlie Boy, great. All right, let's see. Well, Queen, no denying prayers are positive energy, the strength of someone thinking of you. Yes. Letitia, my surgery is this Friday. I'm so scared. Single mastectomy. Wish me good luck. Good luck, Letitia. Again, have faith in your doctors. We forget, right? Because this is new to us, right? You've never had a major surgery, cancer, any of this. Your doctors do this all the time. They do it all the time. And that should give you some hope and faith, right? That they, that they can do this. They can help you. And, be your own advocate in the process. If things seem a little off or you're having symptoms, like tell them. But just, I'm sure, I know you're in good hands and you will heal. And I think more of what needs to come for a lot of us sometimes is the mental health of healing after. And that's why the lives are here. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm continuing to do what I do and build on what I'm doing. So I appreciate you guys coming back because I feel like there's so much more that I can do for you, but this is where we're at right now. All right. Blossom, wishing you well. See, again, just all the praises for each other, guys. This is what I feel on this channel. It's more than just me and videos and my experience. It's you guys supporting each other. Well, Queen, receiving my Perjeta now at the hospital. Well, I hope that that is taking effect and getting rid of all the cancer cells. All right. And some more comments. I'm going to scroll down and see if I see any like a question. Look at this. While Queenie says, I'm 65 in a wheelchair. I made it through chemo radiation just fine. You've done it. You've done it. Thank you. Gary, thank you for sharing and for all your help. You're an inspiration, great help for my wife and myself. God bless you and thank you. Thank you, Gary. God bless you guys. All right. EDQ. I have a question. How long do chemo curls last? And does your natural hair come back after chemotherapy? I love my new hair color that I don't want my old color back. I'm non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Great question. I am so lucky, guys. So I'll turn 40 next year, the big 40, and I'm excited. I wasn't excited about turning 30, I'll be honest. I'm excited about turning 40. I leaned into 30, but it just wasn't as natural. And this is my natural hair. White runs in my family, and this is my hair. So maybe this is a surprising gift of chemo. I dyed my hair from the age of like 12 to 31 when I was diagnosed and lost it all. And my hair came back curly because I think it was short, and so wavy and air drying that it was really kind of curly and wavy. And then this is straightened hair. So if I didn't straighten it, my hair would still have like waves to it. But I use a flat iron to straighten it and blow dry it. And my color has stayed the same after each chemo. So I don't know. I hope your color stays the same. I think everybody's hair experience is different. But I gotta say, like losing your hair, as devastating as it is, and it feels like it's out of your control and not your choice. Like growing my hair back each time has been like the healthiest reset for my hair ever. So I guess there's that. Like there's no coloring in it, right? There's, again, I'm lucky, I don't have all the grays right now, but it just feels healthy. So it's a nice reset for our hair if you want to take it that way. Carissa, loved you, Miss Jones. This is normal. All right. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Blossom. Hi, Marina. I'm from India and going through chemo. My breast cancer is metastatic for 3 years now. Wow. Thank you for joining us all the way from India. And metastatic, I'm so sorry. 3 years though, I say wow, because to live for 3 years and longer, I mean, metastatic, to be honest, depending on the type of metastatic cancer you have, it's possible to live for many years with metastatic. And so I'm just happy you're here and I hope you're feeling well. All right. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Miss Jones says, I admire your strength. Thank you. I know it's in all of us. I had very unique situations each time I had cancer. Because the first time I was diagnosed at 31, I was single, dating my now husband, like living what I would consider my best life. But I was running, I had trained for a marathon because I was trying to qualify for Boston, which is like huge in the marathon world, right? Like to qualify for Boston, you have to be very fast, and to go to Boston is very special. And that's where I was at when I was diagnosed the first time. And then I had literally just qualified. The next week had a biopsy that came back positive for breast cancer. And I was told, you need to start chemo next week. And I'm like, this is not part of my plan, right? How disrupting is cancer? Like, how dare you? But it gave me something to work towards. And so I feel lucky for that. And the second time I had cancer, I had a 2-year old and a newborn, like months old, right? Capri was born September. I felt the lump November. In December, I was starting chemo. So I had to find strength because my children needed me. And although I had a lot of family to help, our parents and my awesome husband, I mean, for me though, I had to step into being a mom also. So I had no choice. So I find myself lucky to have had situations that motivated me. And so I think if you're in a stage of life where you might not have that as much, I want you to remember that I know someone needs you. Someone either needs to hear your story, someone at the cancer center needs to see your smile, somebody needs your phone call or text, whether that's a parent, a child, a neighbor, a friend, but someone needs you. And hold on to that strength that this world is kind of, we feed off each other's energy. So there's that. All right, let's see. My EDQ says my toughest was not being able to move, only my neck after chemo, and had to learn how to walk, talk, write in 4 months in hospital with no visitation. Stage 3 T cell lymphoma. That is absolutely like hard. I was gonna say crazy. I want to use nice words, but that is crazy. So crazy. Not being able to walk, talk, write, and no visitation. I'm so sorry. That if there was something that was going to test your strength, that is it. And so I hope that you're in a better place now with your healing. um all right. While Queenie says Marina's wonderful, informative, upbeat, and she's real. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. This just feeds my soul, these lives. It's like, I've always loved volunteering in my life. When I was in high school, I got a service learning award because I volunteered with tutoring students with disabilities and all kinds of stuff. And I always felt selfish in volunteering because to me, it's probably it's the purpose of life is loving people and helping others. But when you do that, like it feels selfish because I feel like I'm the one that's benefiting from it, not you guys, But anyways, just my thought. Jenny, I thought the scariest, most embarrassed part of my first time in chemo was laying on the table, half dressed, and not being able to see who was watching my radiation. There's so much vulnerability in this, right? Yeah, and you're in a big cold room, and you kind of, and they kind of like turn and burn, right? Oh, great. That's a new term for radiation. Turn and burn. But you're just one of many on their schedule. And radiation's so quick. They're like, come on in, put your stuff down, have a seat. All right, line you up. Boop, boop, boop. Stay still. Breathe in. Like it's so like you almost feel like, am I even a person to them? But it's okay. You're a person to somebody. Just these people are doing their job. There's a lot of people out there have cancer, unfortunately, and they got to get you in and out. Okay. So I'm trying to say, I feel you. Like sometimes you're just like, oh man, they'll just move me around. Like, all right, whoop, okay, bye. See you tomorrow. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. It's almost yeah, it's just a weird thing. I just want to I hear you, Jenny. Um, but they're doing their job and they're healing people, hopefully. And so let's just get through. All right, let's go through here. Karen says, I am 3 weeks finished with radiation and I'm getting blisters on the sunburn, and I'm trying to find something that will just take away a little bit of the discomfort. Reminder for all of you, in each description box, I try of every video on my channel, I try to link my Amazon store, and it has products that help me on my cancer journey. So there's a radiation um, topic in my Amazon store. There's a cream by Camwell. They sent me a sample and I loved it. It's a botanical, like literally all you need is a very small amount of their healing cream with pain relief. And I put it on every night and it helped me with the pain relief of the sunburn feeling of radiation. So Camwell, and it's linked on my Amazon store. Otherwise, tell your radiation team. Sometimes they can prescribe an ointment for the pain. So the most important thing is your consistency through radiation, putting on aloe vera and ointment every day, morning, night, morning, night. And then when it gets to the point of blistering or pain, Karen, tell them, make sure they prescribe something if needed. You can also order Camwell on Amazon. All right. Liana. Oh, I have a coffee smoothie this morning. It's good. I'll tell you the ingredients in that in a second. Liana, I love your name. Hi, hey Marina. I was diagnosed back in February. I found you in your channel soon after. Your videos have guided me through this whole journey in a foreign country, and I'm so incredibly grateful for you. Thank you so much. Switzerland, right? Or Sweden? I'm trying to remember. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Miss Jones is now sharing her comments back to everybody. Good luck, Letitia. Yana, thanks, Doc. Thank you, amazing people. I don't know how to navigate still, but I'm hoping better days are coming. The second MRI is better only in bones and repressed activity of the tumor. Okay. Yeah, you're getting, if you haven't started like your treatment and you're just getting all the info, that is one of the hardest places to be also, Yana, I want to say. It's like knowing you have cancer and they haven't told you all the things they're going to do to try and control it, lessen it, get it inactive, right? If it's metastatic, we're just trying to get it inactive. And so that you're pain free. That's a hard place to be. So just keep going. Your scans are important. Although they cause anxiety, it's going to help your team design a treatment plan for you. So make sure all those results are explained to you well, and keep going, because that's all you can do sometimes. What Queen says, try green tea spray. My radiation oncologist had me do that. Oh, thank you. Compliment. You don't look at Marina. You look early 30s. I'll take it. Consistency in my life. I have a night routine, face wash and serum I do every night. Samantha, I've been watching you since I was diagnosed a year ago with 2+ breast cancer at 27. You've helped me so much. God bless you. I am fully through my treatment and I beat my breast cancer. Yay, Samantha. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. And thank you for commenting on that so much, guys. Yeah, it just means the world. It's just, I know this is what I meant to be doing. There was times on my channel where I was like, I think I could keep doing this. Like I'm here, guys. I'm here for it. I feel like I have, again, more to give, but this is what I'm here for. How did you get comfortable with your body after treatment? I'm really struggling with losing weight and being intimate with my husband. Yeah, even so, my oncologist mentioned this, Samantha. So you might want to ask your doctors, because I've also had a full hysterectomy. So talk about a whole change in your body, couple things. Okay, where do we start? Number one, I would say, is to find ways to love yourself again. Because we've been through so much, our hair, our body. I mean, look at me, I have scars. I don't know if you can see them very well because my camera is very flattering, but scars. Find a way to love yourself a little bit every day. That might be buying a really special lotion. Like I have a firming cream that I use on my belly after babies, and I would put it on every morning. Haven't done it in a while. And just kind of loving myself that it was a ritual that I'm using a cream that helps my skin, a firming cream, usually has like caffeine in it or something. And a ritual of saying like, thank you, body, for getting me through this hard time. Thank you, body, for creating this baby or whatever, right? Thank you, body, for healing after cancer. Like I would create a ritual to start loving yourself, like a lotion plus an affirmation. The next thing is to probably meditate on what you want in life with your husband. If you want intimacy, like, you got to like imagine what that looks like in your mind. I know it's very out there, but I think it's hard for us to get somewhere when we don't know where we're going. It's a big part of my personal development right now. I shared this in my last vlog. Did you guys see my new journal? Create the life you love. And this is like my mantra right now. This is like, I've been writing dreams in here. It's the second part of my topic today, so I'll just touch on it. Is we have to have hope and faith for this journey, and then the second part of this journey, I feel like, is to write down what you want. Write down your hopes and dreams. So that's the practice for today's live as well, guys. If you want to do this, I encourage you right now, pen and paper or on your phone, to write down 3 things you're grateful for, because it's going to change your mindset from a woe me to things that are going good in your life right now. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful my kids are healthy. I am grateful for, because it's not always where we're at, right? But there's other things to be grateful for. Write 3 things down. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to write 3 things that you hope for your life, your dreams. And I think it's important because on this journey of survivorship and after, like being a fighter and after, is we lose track of what else we want in life because we're just so busy fighting, and that's exhausting, and it gives us nothing to work towards. I've already shared that with you guys, right? I had a Boston Marathon to work towards, and I had to be a mom to a newborn and a 2-year-old. So I had things to work towards, but I'm kind of past that myself. So I'm starting to revisit, what do I want for myself? If I can write down 3 dreams, and in your case, 3 things that you picture intimacies like with your husband, that it's going to help your mind to look for those things, and it's going to help your mind to work on those things. But if you're unclear of what that looks like, then you have nothing to work towards. So this is for anybody that needs to hear this right now. And this is just what I'm finding out through, I do personal development through an app called Mind Valley. And, I listen to, speakers all the time on these topics. So Mel Robbins, but we need to envision where we want to go sometimes. Like, be elaborate. Like, I want like a big house, or I want to be cancer free and on vacation in Hawaii. Like, make it big. But if you don't have something to remind yourself to work towards, you're just kind of like drifting sometimes. So, and then the other thing, Samantha, is talk to your doctors, because when I had a hysterectomy, they said your body's going to change a lot, which chemo does, right? It puts us into menopause a lot of times. And so talk to your doctors about your symptoms and see if there's anything that they recommend helping you. Sometimes there is medication they might be able to help you with. So you can always talk to them. All right. Yes, let's see here. You guys are just sharing nice things. Thank you. Well, Queen says, Liana, I'm with you. This site has been a godsend. Thank you, guys. I would cry, but I'll probably cry. You guys make me cry. Happy tears is very fulfilling. Thank you. Letitia, Marina, why some women had surgery first and chemo after, and others chemo first, surgery after? I think it depends on your treatment center, Letitia, and your doctors. I would just have your doctor explain why they're doing the process they're doing. And if it makes sense, then go with it. For me, at Banner MD Anderson, my oncologist wanted to do chemo first and surgery after, because she felt by doing chemo first, she could monitor if my tumor was shrinking to see if my chemo was working. And that way, when we got to surgery and we removed where the clip of the tumor was, the biopsy, we could see that chemo had worked. So that was her justification then. Just have them explain it to you. EDQ says, I love your honesty and you look great. Yes, my situation was crazy. Crazy. But I kept motivated, waiting to go back to work and be outside. Oh my gosh. Yes, I feel you. The best thing is doing physical therapy during and after chemo. What a great point. Thank you for putting this on here. It's something I also try to remind people of. Number one, I feel you. Those are 2 big things in my life, like going back to work and going outside. Like, I love my job as a dental hygienist, and now my new job as a YouTuber. I'm still a dental hygienist, but this is one of my jobs, right? And I love it. So when I get to be in those settings, it means so much. And then being outside, like, you guys hear me say it, get outside for a daily walk. Get outside for a daily walk. I do it every morning. And if I don't get to do it, it's okay, but it's just part of my practice. It's everything. So I feel you. And then physical therapy. So many people ask, like, what can help after surgery, but not always after chemo. And what a good point. Physical therapy. Going to physical therapy and telling them your symptoms. Chemo could have affected you neuropathy wise, guys, right? Your hands and feet can have some pain and numbness. And if that is to a point where, you feel like you need help moving and exercising again, let your oncology team know. Get the referral to the physical therapist. Let them know your symptoms and let them work with you. Physical therapy it's like having insurance pay for a personal trainer. Hopefully. I mean, at that point, you probably met your out of pocket. So use the insurance, get the physical therapy. When you go, they have you do it like 10-minute warm up, and then they'll have you do little exercises geared towards helping your extremities. So thank you for the reminder. Fantastic. All right. Feel here. Look, guys, still losing hair. No, it's okay. Okay. Well, Queenie says, I was one who had neoadjuvant chemo first before surgery. Yeah, so me too. Let's see here. What else can we get to? Yana, okay, yes. Advice on how to gain weight. I'm very skinny and struggling to eat. Oh, I have so many fruit flies right now, guys. I tried doing like a TikTok thing, and they're not going into my fruit fly trap. Anyways, I'm very skinny and struggling to eat, and I have no appetite whatsoever. A lot of times I don't know if you've started treatment, Yana, but when you start treatment, they're going to give you a steroid with your treatment, and that will stimulate your appetite because, chemo can make you so nauseous and tired that you don't want to eat. So I don't know if that will help you. The fact that they'll be giving you a steroid. I mean, it helped me. I gained weight during all of my chemos. And something like this. So what am I drinking this morning? Okay, if you're having trouble eating, you need nutrients in your body. So let's make it simple and try a smoothie. That's one of my go-tos. And this one this morning, as I choke on the spinach. I have ice, organic cold brew coffee because it's the morning. Why not? And then I have organic oat milk, which is just oat milk with no additives. Califia makes a great one. And then to that, I added a scoop of collagen peptides. That's going to be your protein, and it's also good for hair, skin, and nails. Have some of that, but be careful with having too much of that during treatment. You might just need a protein powder, and they make all kinds. They make whey, they make vegan. I like Truvani for vegan. So protein powder or collagen peptides. And then I also have a scoop of plain organic whole milk yogurt. I love Stonyfield. I think theirs is the best for smoothies. It blends really well. So organic whole milk, plain yogurt. We're getting more protein, right? And some probiotics by adding that. And then I have cinnamon, and then I have a scoop of layered superfood creamer, which you can find at Costco or Sprouts, but it's a creamer with no dairy. And it has, coconut and MCT oil. So that's what's in. And then I also have a handful of blueberries in here and a handful of spinach, which are brain food. I follow Jim Quick on Super Brain tips in brain food. So I blended that all up in my NutriBullet, and this is breakfast. But I also had an egg and toast. So I am trying to get more protein myself because I have a smaller body type. So that's my advice. Try a smoothie and try any of that stuff in there. I think all of that is good. And this tastes, and then to make it taste good, some organic agave syrup. Always a natural sweetener like honey, but I feel like agave blends better in smoothies. And you can add that or not if you want sweetener or not. There's all different beliefs on, sugar and body, but it's organic agave syrup. It's from a plant. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Thank you for the nice comments, everybody. Erica says you look amazing. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see. Liana, let's go back here. Says, does anyone have experience with hormone therapy, tamoxifen, after chemo and taking a break from it to have another baby? What a good question. On a lot of my lives, people might ask if I've taken tamoxifen. I have not, because I have had a full hysterectomy and ovaries removed to reduce my risk of any cancers. So tamoxifen, I've definitely had people go on it and switch to like letrozole or an anastrozole, some of that. So Taking a break from it to have another baby is a great question. I'd be curious if anybody has that experience. If you're watching this video and playback, you can comment down below for Liana. Let's help support each other. All right. And someone's saying they are so nervous about tamoxifen. I would say this about the tamoxifen, just FYI, I feel like a lot of people have used it. Again, it's remember when you guys look up stuff, sometimes you're gonna only see the bad things. Like I feel like a lot of people could use it and do okay. Just remember that. Like not a lot of people are out there like putting online, oh, it's great, da, 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 da. But you're certainly gonna see people putting online like this was awful, it was terrible, but listen to your body and then communicate to your doctors. Okay. All right. Mad Humida says, thank you, Marina. You're an inspiration for all of us. I just completed 1 year of treatment. I am doing good now, except pain in hands and stiffness. Doing exercises. Wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. Thank you for being here. You're giving us hope by sharing that you are done with a year of treatment. That's huge. Congratulations. And that the pain in hands, look how positive she is. Doing good now, except pain in hands and stiffness, and doing exercises. So something's happening and then you're doing something about it. What a great place to be. So that's part of the whole, like, if you want a miracle in your life, having faith, right? We can't just like complain, and then not do anything. You have to do something, and you're doing it. Thank you for being a great example and sharing. I appreciate you. Walqueenie says, so many side effects for such a long time. Yes, it's true. I still have some numbness in my hands. It's gotten better, but it's always a little bit there. That being said, I do everything as normal though. I raise kids, I walk dogs, I even work as a dental hygienist, guys. Like, I hope that doesn't scare any of you. I have sharp instruments in my hands 2 days a week, but I've been doing dental hygiene for 15 years and I could do it in my sleep. Things that dental hygienists should never say. But I can't. I don't know what it is. It's something about like I've been doing it for so long and I can do it so well that it's almost like my mind doesn't allow that neuropathy to even enter the world of hygiene for me. And that's just being honest. Like when I get there and I open up a clean cassette and I'm gloved up and I'm ready to clean somebody's mouth, the thought of like, I don't know if I can do this. It never even enters my mind because I've been doing it for so long. It is like, muscle memory for me. So I do believe in the power of mind over matter. And if you guys have heard me say this before on the channel, I think it's kind of funny, but I think it works for me. But fake it till you make it. It's part of the faith, right? It's part of this my first point for today is like you have to believe it can happen, or at least fake it till you make it. For it to be possible, right? Like, why would it be possible if we're always like, that's not going to happen? No way, never. I'm just never going to heal. Like if you say that, like, why would healing happen? So try to have some faith and, yeah, fake it till you make it. I hope that's good advice. Jenny, thank you for the affirmation. I rocked a bald head during chemo last year. I think she said bald, right? Races, worked out, etc. A year later, I have just let myself go. I need to revisit what I need to work towards. Yeah, Jenny, like we all need these reminders, whether we're on the cancer journey or not, but especially if we're on the cancer journey, because your life has been disrupted. You were thrown into a whirlwind, you were in fighter mode, and now in survivor mode. You're still picking up the pieces after a hurricane. And you're like, oh yeah, what was I doing with my life before or during? Like, because right now you're so fatigued sometimes that you're just like, I'm just trying to get through the day. I'm just trying to work and do dishes and get to bed. I feel that some days. I confess that on my last live. I'm like, sometimes I kind of shy away from the word cancer thriver because I'm like, I'm not thriving today. I'm just surviving today. And that's okay. But I want to be a thriver. So I'm going to embody that. And I'm going to say that word sometimes, right? I am a thriver. I can do this. We can do hard things. Like, we know it's possible. You did chemo and surgery. Like, you've done hard things. You are amazing. So now let's use that amazing energy to do something else for yourself. And if you think you don't have time, well, that's when you need it the most, is what they say, right? Like something's got to adjust or give in your life so that you can do something amazing for you whether you're a mom, a grandma, a friend, an overworked coworker, you need to do something for you. Because if you're not helping yourself, then you're not going to have anything left to help the world. And it's important. That's a big word, right? Help the world. But to help someone, like, so we need to help ourselves so that we can be a better version of ourselves so that we are able to help others. So let's get you back into focus. All right, Greta says, you all are amazing. I love it. The live's going well. We're reaching a good time. Let me try and get through a couple more comments here. And I've shared the 2 points I wanted to today, along with the 2 activities I want you to do. So I want you guys to remember, write down 3 things you are grateful for right now, today, right now. And then write down 3 things that you hope and dream for, a dream that you have. Write 3 things down so that we can reset our mind to focus on those things. And remember, it's going to be different for every season that we're at in life, but it's still important to do. So do it. Jenny, we all fall off the wagon from time to time. Oh gosh, I fall off the wagon. Like, I'll be like, I'm eating great. And then I'm like, we are getting fast food today, children, because I'm done cooking. Queenie, I'm trying hard to avoid sugars, but love my sweets. I would just say make adjustments because I could be that way with salty food. I love me some French fries. But just so what I do with like French fries, right? I mean, that's like a treat, you can't have like that every day. So same with sugar. Try not to have it like every day, but let's say you have a sweet tooth in the summer, embody like fruit that's really yummy, like watermelon right now or strawberries. And then, getting some chocolate, maybe go from little chocolate pieces to dark chocolate. Have you guys done True Fruit? It's a frozen fruit dipped in white and dark chocolate. So it does have some sugar, but they're so good. They sell them at Costco now, but they're at Fry's, your local grocery store. True Fruit. Check it out. I love the dark chocolate raspberry. That is my go-to dessert. So you just like pull a handful of those out and put them in a bowl and let them thaw a little bit, and you bite into a raspberry covered in dark chocolate. It's so yummy. So, maybe just modify what your sweets are. Right. Liana, yes. Here we go. Yeah, Jack Queenie. I have heard there are many possible side effects with tamoxifen, but at the same time, I think it's great that this medicine exists that can reduce the chances of recurrence. #grateful. I know, guys, it's like, it's like, I don't want to, but we have to. I mean, who wants to do chemo, but we have to remind ourselves that it works. It works. I want to comment on, here, what Queen says, Yana, those instant breakfast drinks pack a lot of calories for you. Yes, it is linked in my Amazon store. Thank you for mentioning that. I link it because my mind would forget. Enterade, right? Enterade, you can find them on Amazon. They're kind of expensive. There's a small bottle. It'd be like the Ensure, for cancer patients. Small plastic bottle. I think they come in vanilla flavor, and it packs a bunch of vitamins and nutrients that you can tolerate if you're feeling nauseous. Enterade. The coffee smoothie is good. It's so good. It's so good, guys. This is unflavored collagen peptides in here with the organic coffee and the yogurt and the agave and the cinnamon. It's so good. This is like a sweet treat. So again, maybe just try, a healthy sweet treat and then get the ice cream occasionally. All right. Yana says, yes, I'm in treatment with tamoxifen, Zoladex, and Quali. So targeted therapy and no infusions for now, bone injections, and only 2 rounds of radiation for releasing pain in my back. Yeah, I know with metastatic, you can definitely have pain when it's in your bones. So that's my hope for Yana, is that we can get you out of pain and that all of this can start to just reduce that pain. I know it's possible. My friend that fought with stage 4 was in severe pain, couldn't walk, and then was able to get to the point of being able to walk again and do really well for a long time. So there is hope. I know there's hope. And I'm going to use her as an example. I'm sorry, but yes, unfortunately, she has passed now. But if I were to embody somebody that was so in charge of their life. It was my friend with stage 4 cancer. Like, how crazy is that? She went to Bali. She quit her job because they. Oh, Lisa, you missed most of the live. I'm sorry. I will plan another 2 for July very soon. So I'll work on the schedule for July and I'll have that up on my Instagram and I'll post it here very soon. Um, but my friend that had stage 4, she was so intentional and I would want to embody some of that for myself personally. Anyway, she Airbnb'd her home. She was able to quit her job. She lived in Mexico, right on the beach, a beach condo. They bought an RV. They traveled. This is all within the couple years, like 3 years of knowing she had cancer, 2 years of it being metastatic. Um, so I know that it's possible to live our best life even when we have cancer. She lived her best life until her last breath. And that's so empowering, guys. And I don't know when your last breath is. I don't know when my last breath is, but I don't want to live my life in a manner of like, "Ah, I can't do anything because I have cancer. I can't do anything until I'm done with this. I can't," because nothing is guaranteed in life, guys. So I would encourage you to do these things that we chatted about today, being grateful and practicing writing your dreams down so we can refocus on an amazing creating the life you love, what my new journal is saying. Because my friend that had cancer did it. And I would love to ask permission of her husband to share some of her photos on here because I think it'd be really empowering for a lot of you guys to see how amazing a life she led up until, you know, the very end. I just believe it's possible. I just want to say that. All right. So I'm going to go through, see if there's anything here that I need to get to. Okay. Oh, yeah. Carissa says, I asked family members to give me a box of Entrade who didn't know how to support me. It was $5 per bottle without a subscription. What a great idea, Carissa. Yes. If somebody's like, oh, is there anything I could do for you? There you go. Yeah. Could you send me Amazon money or, just GoFundMe, to help with some nutrients? What a great idea. Lisa, I'll go back to that. Send me good vibes at home recovering from deep flap revision and fat grafting. Oh, praying healing vibes for you, Lisa. I didn't do fat grafting. They want to do possibly, but I hear that the fat grafting can kind of be more, very sore, right? Where they take the fat from so they can make our reconstruction look nice and natural. Clearly, I don't have that because I got this like, straight to an implant over here. I hear that can be very sore. So I know it'll be worth it and it'll look great. So I hope you heal well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Again, make sure to subscribe so you can see when the next lives are. They'll be coming up soon since we're at the end of June. And I look forward to seeing you guys in every video. So thank you for being here. Make sure you comment so I can find a new topic to record a video on for next month. And I'll see you all in the next videos. Hi, Christine. Thank you. See you next time, guys. Have a great day.